Magic Dragon here, bringing you my top 5 things I actually like about this game. It was pretty hard choosing 5 things about this game that you like. I mean, I can name like one thing, but 5? Man, I can imagine trying to do a top 10 list. Not everyone's gonna like what I chose for my top 5. But, you know, it wasn't that easy, to be honest. It would be nice if they would iron out their bugs, fix some of that stuff, but, you know, they do their own thing. They fix and they fix not. Well, without further ado, here's my top 5 list of Toontown likes. Number 5. Golf? Why golf? Are you bored out of your mind and need something to do? Dust those trophies off and attempt to hit pixelated garbage around the screen. The trophy system is tedious, but if you just sit back and relax and watch everyone else excel at golf, or see if you can do the best you can, it's actually pretty fun. I'm not saying you do it constantly or anything, but it's just something different. I always wondered why Toontown had to go so bland with the blocks that they put on the golf course. Or the putt-putt course. I don't know what this really is. And this place loves to cheat you out all the time. You never know when you're going to get a hole-in-one, or it's just going to throw you off somewhere. And with one mistake, could land you the whole game. This hole right here cheats. No matter how hard you try. It's practically impossible to get into the circle red area. Although, I've been lucky, I've seen some people actually inside of it, but the ball always jumps out. This course right here looks almost like a hole-in-one, but look again. Man, TY didn't do so good. Golfing is number 5 on my list because it's just something to do when you're bored or when you just want to hang out and just chill and talk. It's fun. Number 4. Toontown's Pass System. Ah, good old Toontastic. All you gotta do is run around, defeat some cogs. You would also have to admit that you were drawn into this factor, or you simply wouldn't be playing it, or you wouldn't play this game for that long. This is pretty much what they were trying to sell. A turn-based, run-around, where-do-I-go game. But hey, it worked. Anyone that's playing this is liking it. I like it. That's why it's on the list. I think it was a clever idea to not be like everyone else. The tasking system mostly consists of running to building the building, or doing cog buildings, because you need tons of them, especially when you progress to higher places like the bird. But it's sort of what makes this game fun, because not all the time is it tedious and boring, but sometimes it can be actually fun and rewarding, especially when you're getting your last gag. Or when you're extremely close to finally getting birthday cake, or anything in that matter. Sometimes it can be great, especially with all the painstaking walking around bullshit you gotta do in this game. Who can forget little old man? God, he's such a dick. So yeah, the tasking system can sometimes be tedious, but overall, it's what you gotta do in order to progress in this game, and it's one way to increase, you know, your stats of your tune. Just remember, when it's done, it's done. Hey, it's number 3. Toontown's promotion system. It's what you do after you're done doing all that tasking. You finally start doing this. I mean, this is just the start. I know exactly what you're thinking. This is really boring. But once you max, it stops. And you won't have to go in here. It's way different from doing the task system because it puts you in situations where you need people, or tunes, to progress. Nowadays tunes will find themselves in Nutty River, trying to catch every single invasion that comes through as they proceed through this tedious process to go fight one of the bosses, which, you know, is rewarding in its own way. I would like to see Toontown release some content that isn't so repetitive, but it seems the only path they can choose. They haven't done anything different, and they probably won't ever do anything different. Going through factories, mints, DAs, can be frustrating at first, especially when you got toons that don't know what they're doing. But if you go with friends, or with people that you know, or think that you know might be good, it's actually you can have a pretty good time. I would also recommend, when you're on the high level options and so forth, watching something while you're doing, you know, the back nine and so forth, because it can get really boring, and if you do it too much, you will quit. I've quit numerous times because it got boring. You just gotta keep at it. I placed this at number 3 because it's something to do. Number 2, boss battles. Probably one of the only things people like most about this game. It has to be the 4 separate boss battles that you will encounter in each headquarters. I don't particularly have a favorite boss fight, only because I find each one different in their own way, and because of that, they're all likable. So far they haven't really made anything too bad. If I had to choose between the 4 bosses, which one I like the least, it would definitely have to be the CEO. Only because not many people do it, and it's normally empty. It's a break from the usual tasking, offering up to 8 toons a chance to take on each boss, which also gives a reward at the end. The best award being given by the CFO, which allows you to use a Unite that can either kill people around you, restock your junk, and shoot, even throw out jelly beans. How about that? Toontown did a decent job on each of the boss encounters, although they could have done, you know, better texture and so forth. It feels as almost if each one was rushed, but who knows. So keep on working on that suit, because eventually you'll be able to do this anytime you want. There's always plenty of toons standing around or waiting to go in and fight one of these boss battles. It's pretty much the main thing to do in this game, and why it's number 2 on my list. Number 1. Players. Outside Toontown, you'll find websites dedicated to the game. These websites are very helpful when it comes to figuring out what's going on for the day, or just trying to do something because you're bored. And of course, a huge percent of players generally hang out around these forums. So if you're looking for a player that you met on Toontown, it's best to look on one of the forums. I placed Toons at the top of my list because this game wouldn't be the same if you're playing alone. Shit, playing this game alone is boring as hell. I wouldn't recommend it. It's always great when you take a break from playing Toontown and you come back and you still have a few of your friends still on your list. And as years go by, you never know who's gonna log on. You meet very interesting people in this game, or sometimes you meet just straight douchebags. Overall, the toons make Toontown what it is. I mean, you need toons just to do invasions if you want to get extra options and so forth. So everyone is, I guess, pitching in one way or another. Even though people quit every day, it seems everyone or some are always drawn back to play this weird game. I placed toons as my number 1 choice because I wouldn't play this game without them, and they're the ones that define this game and make it what it is. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.